from WXOJLP Northampton, 103.3 FM, your Valley Free radio station. Welcome. I'm Warren Odess-Gillette, and this is A Baha'i Perspective. Welcome to A Baha'i Perspective. I recorded an interview with Max Weigert on July 13th, 2020. Max is a singer-songwriter. His most recent endeavors have been in collaboration with Faye Dupras on a puppet series called Cozy Corner. In the interview, we feature music in which he puts the Baha'i writings to music and other songs that he's composed. I started the interview by asking Max where he grew up and what was religious life like growing up.
I grew up in Newton, Massachusetts, just outside Boston. I grew up as a Baha'i, as a member of the Baha'i faith. Both my parents are Baha'is. I grew up going to Sunday school, Sunday classes, where we talked about the principles of the Baha'i faith. I just remember a song that, like, God is one, man is one, and all the religions agree. And I remember from a young age just being like, that makes a lot of sense. And so that kind of laid the foundation for my religious life. I had a great community and good models as parents for what it meant to live a religious or spiritual life.
What about music? Was music always central to you growing up?
Yeah, it was. And it was kind of intertwined with spirituality and religion at the same time. So I mentioned Sunday school already. And a big part of that was music for me. I played drums for the Sunday school band. My dad's a musician. He's a drummer. He teaches at Berkeley in Boston. And so he put together this kind of little band that would sing songs every Sunday to get people engaged. He was a drummer, but he was playing piano, and he taught me from a young age how to keep a beat. And so I was up there with like my little snare drum and hi-hat, just hitting away, trying to play with these other musicians who I think 3 of them all like taught at Berkeley. And there's me at like 6, 7 years old trying to keep time on the drums. So anyways, that really kind of shaped my experience with music, was connecting it with a spiritual component as well, and saw the power of how music could uplift. And so, yeah, it was really definitely a big part of my life. And as I got older, I started branching out from the drums and playing guitar and writing songs. And that's what really kind of hooked me on music, was that creative part of writing a song and trying to find an idea that really resonated and putting the lyrics and music together. So that's what kind of stuck for me.
And when did you pick up the guitar and start writing songs?
I think I was around like 10 or 11, 5th grade. They had like a little guitar class at elementary school, which was really cool. We had a great music teacher and just started learning a few chords. And I think around 11, my dad and I we got like a 3/4 classical guitar. And I just started putting some chords together. I think I wrote my first song in like 6th or 7th grade on the piano, and then also the guitar, and just really enjoyed that process. But I think it really started kicking up around like 9th, 10th grade. I got my first steel string, like acoustic guitar, and was listening to some of the singer-songwriters of that time that I really looked up to, like John Mayer and Jason Mraz, those guys that kind of made the singer-songwriter name a thing, and started learning their songs and trying new chords and procrastinating my homework and driving my mom crazy. So that's really when I kind of caught the bug for like writing, and going to my dad and being like, Dad, what about this chord progression? Like, how about this? And he was great at just not trying to box me into like, oh, well, you should use this, or like encouraging me in my ideas and things that were different, and kind of protecting that process. So I was really lucky in that way.
So I'm speaking with Max Weigert, who is a singer-songwriter. His most recent endeavors have been in collaboration with Faye Dupras on a puppet series called Cozy Corner. Max, I had asked you to pick about 6 songs that we could feature on the interview. So the first one that you picked was called Be Happy, and you say it's from the site Baha'i Blog. Maybe you could explain to folks what the Baha'i Blog is, and then we can talk about the song Be Happy.
Baha'i Blog is a kind of social media page that has content from all across the world. And so I actually happened to be in Spain at the time, and what they were focusing on was kind of devotional prayer music, particularly from the Baha'i writings, but also I believe other traditions as well, and just making them available to as many people on YouTube as possible so that they can be accessible, so people can learn them, can enjoy them, use them in their own communities. And so I chose a song I'd written called Be Happy, which is it's taken from a short quote from one of the leaders in the Baha'i faith that says, "I want you to be happy, to laugh, smile, and rejoice." It's just kind of an upbeat little tune. I made it so it could be easy for kids to learn, for families to learn, for everyone to learn. I didn't think it would be such a hit, honestly. Like, I think it has like 80,000 views or something like that, which has been really cool to see, getting messages on Facebook of kids singing it and families singing it together. So it's been really fun to see the reaction across the world.
So this is Be Happy.
Be happy. I want you to be happy. I want you to be happy. I want you to be happy. Be happy. I want you to laugh. I want you to laugh. I want you to laugh, laugh, and be happy. Be happy. I want you to rejoice. I want you to rejoice. I want you to rejoice, rejoice, and be happy. I want you to smile. I want you to smile. I want you to smile, smile, and be happy. Da 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 da. Yeah. Be happy. I want you to be happy. I want you to be happy. I want you to be happy. Be happy. I want you to be happy. I want you to be happy. I want you to be happy. Be happy.
We're listening to music from Max Weigert, who is a singer-songwriter. His most recent endeavors have been in collaboration with Faye Dupras on the puppet series Cozy Corner. And we just listened to a song that was called Be Happy. And Max, you said that this is from the words of Abdu'l-Baha, who was the son of the prophet founder of the Baha'i faith, Baha'u'llah.
Exactly, yep.
So we just heard Max putting that Baha'i quote to music. Baha'i blog is, as you mentioned, Max, on YouTube. So I guess people can type in the search bar in YouTube for Baha'i blog. But
Yeah.
is there also something specific to music in the Baha'i blog? Do they call it studio sessions or something like that?
If you go on YouTube and search Baha'i blog, the studio sessions, I think, is, definitely one of the primary things on their YouTube page. But yeah, I believe that's what the initiative has been, is to get in as many countries across the world and have people and friends in different communities share songs in different languages from different cultures.
So people can go search for Baha'i blog, and then if they look for, I guess it's studio sessions, I think is what it's called, if I'm not mistaken, they can listen to a lot of good music, including Max's song Be Happy. All right, so the second song that you wanted to present is called Blessed is the Spot, and you're saying this is from a devotional album that you did in 2017 for the bicentenary celebration of the birth of Baha'u'llah, the prophet founder of the Baha'i faith. So first of all, tell me about your Baha'i devotional album, and then you can talk about Blessed is the Spot.
So in the Baha'i community leading up to the bicentenary of Baha'u'llah in 2017, there's a lot of emphasis on sharing with it in your community, with leaders throughout the community, just speaking to Baha'u'llah and who he was and what his message was of peace and unity for the world and for our communities. And so I felt inspired to try and put some of the songs and the quotes from Baha'u'llah that I'd put to music, that I'd been singing in prayer gatherings and devotionals in my community. And so we were leading up to this big event to celebrate the bicentenary of his birth. I just worked with a bunch of friends in the area and some not in the area, so remotely, to put together some songs. And it was really fun to do. It was awesome to see the response. There was 2 performances at the celebration where we played live music. We showed a film about Baha'u'llah and his life. It was great to see, and I worked with the committee who put it on and asked would they be willing to fund the production of the CD so that they could be given out, not the full production, but at least the printing of the CD, so it could be given out at the gathering. And so some 400, 500 people went home with the CD in the course of, I think, 1 day or 1 or 2 days. And so that was really exciting to see and just get feedback. So this was the opening track of the album and is also what I sang at the gathering, at the celebration. It just feels to me like a prayer that in many ways encapsulates a lot of the principles of prayer in the Baha'i faith, that it's a connection from us to God, as a direct connection. We can be anywhere. We don't have to be anywhere in particular, and that's why it says the spot is blessed, your house is blessed. Anywhere where you're being of service to others or mentioning God by praising him directly or helping others is holy, is prayerful. So I think for me that felt like a really appropriate opening track. I was really excited to see people's responses and really enjoyed recording it. So yeah, I hope everyone likes it at home.
So this is called Blessed is the Spot.
Blessed is the spot, and the house and the place, and the city and the heart, and the mountain, and the refuge and the cave, and the valley and the land, and the sea and the island, and the meadow. City and the heart, and the mountain, and the refuge and the cave, and the valley and the land, and the sea and the island, and the meadow where mention of God hath been made. Blessed is the spot, and the house and the place, and the city and the heart, and the mountain, and the refuge and the cave, and the valley and the land, and the sea and the island, and the meadow where mention of God hath been made, and his praise glorified. Blessed is the spot, and the
We're listening to music by Max Weigert, who's a singer-songwriter, and his most recent endeavors have been in collaboration with Faye Dupras on a puppet series called Cozy Corner, and we had just heard the song Blessed is the Spot. Blessed is the Spot itself is a prayer by Baha'u'llah, which Max put to music, which we listened to. And a second one, Max, on that album that you wanted us to feature on the interview is called Radiant Heart. So why don't you tell us about that one?
Similarly, in talking about Blessed is the Spot, it felt like kind of a thesis statement for a prayer. Radiant Heart, I feel like, also speaks to some of the central themes of the Baha'i faith. So it's from a work by Baha'u'llah known as the Hidden Words, which is a compilation of short kind of spiritual guidance, almost these little gems of guidance. It's the very first one, and it says, "My first counsel is this: possess a pure, kindly, and radiant heart." Anyways, that felt like something really I wanted to get out in the world. And as I'd written that song and started developing it, I'd started singing it with folks, and there was one line that I used to only repeat once, and then I started trying it at different gatherings, at different get-togethers, and singing it with folks, and we're like, yeah, let's just keep repeating that line. And it's the part is Radiant Heart. It's just so moving to sing that last part of the song together with a group of people, with your family and your community, what have you. And so, yeah, I was really excited. And a friend of mine, Samira, who I went to Berklee College of Music with, she was in Canada at the time, but was kind enough to send a track over, and she has a really nice voice, did a great harmony on it. So it was nice to get her on there and have it be part of the collaborative effort of the album.
So this is Radiant Heart.
O Son of Spirit, my first counsel is this: possess a pure, kindly, and radiant heart, a radiant heart, a radiant heart, a radiant heart, O Son of Spirit, my first counsel is this: possess a pure, kindly, and radiant heart, a radiant heart, a radiant heart, a radiant heart. Possess a pure, kindly, and radiant heart, a radiant heart, a radiant heart, a radiant heart.
So we've been listening to the music of Max Weigert, who's a singer-songwriter. His most recent endeavors have been in collaboration with Faye Dupras on a puppet series called Cozy Corner, and we had just heard his music to the writings of Baha'u'llah. The title of the song is Radiant Heart. Now the next song, Max, that you wanted to feature is your first with collaboration with Faye. So maybe you could tell us how you and Faye connected in order to collaborate, and then we can talk about the song Where There Is Love.
I mentioned prayer gathering, devotional gatherings that the Baha'i community often hosts as part of the community building activities. I was doing one at the time for parents and primarily like toddlers and little ones, because music, I think at that age in particular, at any age really, but at that age is a great way to engage with kids. So it was really kind of a group of moms and parents coming together to sing these things that were important to them and that their kids could engage with and start to learn from. And so Faye came to one, or I think even maybe hosted one. And I think, as she tells it, I think she was excited to see how the kids kind of just interacted with me. And I've just always enjoyed working with kids. And, I didn't set out to necessarily write kids' music. But as I started doing some of these devotionals and then I started working with Faye, I started teaching for that age group a bit. And yeah, really came to enjoy it. So anyways, Faye asked me, hey, would you write the music to my next show, my next puppet show? I was like, sure. I had no idea what that meant. Never been asked a question like that. But I'm glad I said yes, because it just turned out to be a really great collaboration. Faye's an incredible artist. It's just really nice to work with someone who has similar goals in art, has similar views on what the art can accomplish. And it was a lot of fun. And we did our first show together called I Spy Butterfly, which was about a little girl named Trudy who loved bugs and was going out in the world. She was my neighbor. It takes place in my backyard as a character named Max. Me, but in a parallel, slightly goofier world where I wear a lot of bright colors. So it's a lot of fun, and I wrote these songs. And Where There Is Love, I actually didn't write personally. It's been kind of passed around in the Baha'i community, and I kind of took the liberty. It just fits so well in the scene, and we tried replacing it, and we tried reaching out to get the rights, and that's still pending. But so far the show hasn't blown up, so we're not so worried about it. Anyways, it really fit the scene, and the quote says, where there's love, nothing is too much trouble, and there's always time. And I guess just to share the story, Trudy, the little girl, she finds a caterpillar. So they become best friends, and she doesn't want Harold the caterpillar to change into a butterfly. It scares her. She doesn't want the friendship to end, to change. But when she finally accepts it, Harold's in a cocoon, or technically a chrysalis for butterflies. She starts taking care of him. That's while I'm singing this song. It starts raining on Harold. She puts up an umbrella. She reads to him. She tries to give him a snack, but he can't eat because he's in a cocoon. That's how Harold in the show transforms into a butterfly before your eyes is to this music. We kept it in, and it was a lot of fun to record with my producer, Josh Gold. I'll give a bit of a shout out. Did a really great job with this one in particular. Just a lot of nice layers, and, made a really simple song last for, I can't remember exactly, but maybe close to 3 minutes, if not over, and still be interesting. So, yeah, it was a lot of fun to record, and it's fun to do in the show.
I guess the quotation is attributed to Abdul Baha, the son of the prophet founder of the Baha'i faith?
Yeah, that's my understanding. It's attributed to something he said to some Baha'is who were visiting him at the time in Haifa, Israel, where the world center of the Baha'i faith now is. I can't remember exactly in what context, but was offering encouraging words, and these were for them.
So this is Where There Is Love.
Where there is love, where there is love, nothing is too much trouble, nothing is too much trouble. Where there is love, where there is love, nothing is too much trouble, nothing is too much trouble. There is always time, time, time. There is always time, time, time. There is always time, time, time. Whoa. And there is always time, time, time. There is always time, time, time. There is always time, time, time. Whoa. Where there is love, where there is love, nothing is too much trouble, nothing is too much trouble. Where there is love, where there is love, nothing is too much trouble, Nothing is too much trouble, and there is always time, time, time. There is always time, time, time. There is always time, time, time. Whoa. There is always time, time, time. There is always time, time, time. There is always time, time, time. Whoa. Where there is love, where there is love, nothing is too much trouble. Nothing is too much trouble. Where there is love, where there is love, nothing is too much trouble. Nothing is too much trouble. There is always time.
So we're listening to the music of Max Weigert, who is a singer-songwriter, and his most recent endeavors have been in collaboration with Faye Dupras on a puppet series called Cozy Corner, and just listened to a song called Where There Is Love, which was from their first collaboration together. The next song is actually from a production of Cozy Corner called Welcome to the Neighborhood. So maybe you could tell us a little bit about Cozy Corner and then the song Welcome to the Neighborhood.
So Cozy Corner really spun off from the first project from the song we just listened to. So that project took place as my character Max was in his backyard. And then the thought came one day, Faye had kind of always had this idea of what if there was a puppet that lived in a musician's guitar case. And that's what really led to the inception of Cozy Corner, was this character Rory that comes out of my guitar case. And like I walk in, put down my guitar case, and out pops Rory. The magic of that his room is in there, everything happens in there, and I'm just playing my guitar and up pops Rory. So that was kind of the seed for what became Cozy Corner and led to this mini-series of episodes. Now we've put episodes online, and yeah, this first song kind of became a bit of the theme song of the album. It's just a short, like kind of 50-second kind of intro from a song that originally we weren't sure what place it was going to have. It was meant just to be part of one of the episodes, and then I went to the producer and I started singing this song, and he was like, oh, we could like speed this up. We can make this really fun. And I was like, yeah, let's do it. And it became this really fun little number. I have a good friend whose son is like 3, I believe now, and she tells me that he just takes the Bandcamp app where the album is on, and he just like hits play over of these 50 seconds over and over, because it's so fun and upbeat. And I was like, boy, we should probably like expand this at some point so the poor parents don't go crazy. But yeah, so this is a fun little song. Hope people like it at home.
Great. So this is Welcome to the Neighborhood.
Hold out a hand, say hello, nice to meet you. I don't think that I've seen you before. Welcome to Cozy Corner. The sky is bluer, the sun is warmer, where everyone would stay much longer if they could. So welcome to the neighborhood.
So we're listening to the music of Max Weigert, who is a singer-songwriter, and his most recent endeavors have been in collaboration with Faye Dupras on a puppet series called Cozy Corner. And we had just listened to a short piece called Welcome to the Neighborhood. And you also suggested another piece from the same production called New Friends. So tell us about that one.
So it's from an episode I just mentioned that Cozy Corner, as it exists right now in the theater, has 8 episodes. It really shows a progression of different themes and topics and the growth of Rory as a character. But also sometimes, I mentioned Trudy from the last show, from I Spy Butterfly. She makes appearances. And anyways, in this episode, Rory, the puppet who lives in my guitar case, somehow gets it in their head that there's a dragon has moved in next door. And similarly, Trudy is also worried, like, oh, there's like a new person to the neighborhood. Will I like them? Like, who will they be? And so I end up singing this song to Rory, kind of expressing like, hey, old friends are great, but like, just because you're making new ones doesn't mean those old friends go away. And it also doesn't mean that we don't have space for new people. So it became a fun little song that people really seem to resonate with, and has like a fun little synth solo on the bridge. And we do a little dance break when we do the show. But yeah, I think it's one of the maybe more catchier, kind of poppier songs off the album, and it was a lot of fun to record, so hope people enjoy.
So, Max, I guess these last 2 songs, Welcome to the Neighborhood and the one we're going to play, New Friends, they're actually your lyrics then.
Yeah, these really were written in a really collaborative process. That's what's one of the reasons I really enjoy working with Faye is you get in a room and you maybe have a bit or you have one idea and you kind of just roll with it. And sometimes she offers a script in the beginning and I'm like, oh, how could this idea of friendship be played into it? So I'll go home and I'll write something. I'll come and propose something to the team. Me and Faye get up there. There's another actor who plays Trudy in Cozy Corner, and we just start improvising and refining. And sometimes I'll run out in the hall, like rewrite a lyric, like come back in, we listen to it. That's a really enjoyable part of it. Normally I'm just kind of writing songs in my bedroom and it's just me as an editor, and I'm like, what is this line? But then it's like you're in a room with 3 people and you're like, oh, they're like, what about this? Try that. It often sparks some really good ideas. So anyways, yeah, these are my lyrics, and for sure in collaboration with the team. And yeah, it's been a great writing and collaborative process.
So this is New Friends.
There's nothing like an old friend when you're feeling down. They know just what to say to get you out of a rut. Yeah, out of your funk and back up. That's what old friends do, they'll be there for you. But when you meet somebody new, you can never quite know what they can do. They might teach you about math or tell a joke and make you laugh. That's what new friends do. So make some new friends and keep the old. It's a circle that always grows. Old friends can't be replaced, but there will always be enough space to make some new friends and keep the old. So make some new friends and keep the old. It's a circle that always grows. Old friends can't be replaced, but there will always be enough space to make some new friends and keep the old. It's a circle that always grows. Old friends can't be replaced, but there will always be enough space to make some new friends and keep the old. So make some new friends and keep the old. The old.
So we've been listening to the music of Max Weigert, who is a singer-songwriter. His most recent endeavors have been in collaboration with Faye Dupras on a puppet series called Cozy Corner. And we had just finished hearing the piece New Friends. Max, where can people find more information about Cozy Corner? I imagine it's still an active production.
It is, yeah. So, right as all the chaos around COVID was hitting, we were planning to record some web series. And so we got it in the nick of time before kind of the lockdown happened. We got these kind of little web shorts online so families could engage with Cozy Corner while they're still at home. And so there's a landing page for all the episodes, the online episodes, called cozycornerseries.com. And there you can find all the webisodes, meet all the friends from Cozy Corner, sing along with us. There's a bunch of sing-alongs on there. There's a way to donate, and all of it just goes towards, driving this project further with the aspirations of continuing to bring content that touches the hearts and minds of kids and of families, and helps build community and address topics that are important during all of this and during what we're living through especially. So it's been great to see the response. A lot of it is kind of based on the Mr. Rogers model of really thinking about a neighborhood, about a community. And we love how Mr. Rogers just directly talked to kids, addressed issues, addressed things that were important, taught them skills, taught them qualities. And so have just really appreciated the feedback, have appreciated the response. And please go and check out cozycornerseries.com if you have some time and want to check out the videos.
And Max, where can people find your music?
Yeah, so right now, most of my music, so for Cozy Corner, for the other show, for the music inspired by the Baha'i writings, that's all on Bandcamp. So for Cozy Corner specifically, you can go to cozycorner.bandcamp.com. And then for my music, you can go to Max Weigert, WEIGERT.bandcamp.com.
All right. Well, Max, thank you so much for taking this time to share your music with us.
Of course. Thank you, Warren, and thanks to everyone listening. Really enjoyed it.
I hope you enjoyed that interview with Max Weigert, singer-songwriter whose most recent endeavors have been in collaboration with Faye Dupras on the puppet series Cozy Corner. I'll continue to play Max's music after the close. You can find this interview and other interviews on the website of Baha'iPerspective.com and on the YouTube channel of Baha'i Perspective. For information specifically on the Baha'i Faith, you go to the website Baha'i.org, or you can call the number 1-800-22-UNITE. I hope you'll join me next time on A Baha'i Perspective.
You can't just plant a seed and watch it grow. I'm afraid that's just not how it goes. You gotta give it love, give it your attention. That's just how it goes. That's how things grow. You gotta put it where the sun can give it warmth. Give it water every day, of course. You gotta give it love, give it your attention. If your plant's gonna live, you're gonna have to give. That's just how it goes. That's how things grow. We all need a friend when we fall down, that will pick us up off the ground. We all need love, we all need attention. A life that's worth living is one where you're giving. That's just how it goes. That's how we all grow. That's just how it goes. That's how we all grow. So you got a warm kind of feeling inside you, but you're not really sure what to do. Oh, just let it out, don't keep it in. It might happen when you get a nice big hug, or when someone says I love you just because. Whoa, just let it out, don't keep it in. It starts with the wiggles down in your toes, moves up to your chest, makes you want to explode. So just love, 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 love. Let it out, don't keep it in. Love, 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 love. Love's a verb you've got to give. So let those warm feelings out. Show some thanks, spread it about. Just love, 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 love. You could show it with a thank you, but only when it's really true. 'Cause saying thanks ain't something you joke about. It's not a math problem you can figure out. 'Cause 1 + 1 = 2, but nothing equals an I love you. So just love, 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 love. Let it out, don't keep it in. Love, 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 love. Love's a verb you've got to give. So let those warm feelings out. Show some thanks, spread it about. Just love, 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 love. It starts with the wiggles down in your toes, moves up to your chest, and just when you think you're gonna overflow, let out the love, love, love. Let it out, don't keep it in. Love, 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 love. Love's a verb you've got to give. So let those warm feelings out. Show some thanks, spread it about. Just love, 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 love. Just love, 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 love. Just love, love. If thou lovest me not, my love can in no wise reach thee, no wise reach thee. If thou lovest me not, my love can in no wise reach thee, no wise reach thee. Love me that I may love thee, love thee. Love me that I may love thee, love thee. My love can in no wise reach thee, no wise reach thee. Abandoned I, the everlasting beauty for a beauty that must die. Abandoned I, the everlasting beauty for a beauty that must die. A beauty that must die. And set not your affections on this mortal world, and set not your affections on this mortal world of dust. Abandoned I, the everlasting beauty for a beauty that must die. And set not your affections on this mortal world, and set not your affections on this mortal world of dust. Abandoned not, for a beauty that must die. For a beauty that must die. For a beauty that must die.
Make my prayer, oh my Lord, a fountain of living water, whereby I may live as long as thy sovereignty endureth, and make mention of thee, make mention of thee, make mention of thee in every word of thy word. Make my prayer, oh my Lord, fountain of living water, whereby I may live as long as thy sovereignty endureth, and may make mention of thee, may make mention of thee, may make mention of thee in every word of thy word. Make my prayer, oh my Lord, a fountain of living water, whereby I may live as long as thy sovereignty endureth, and may make my prayer, oh my mention of thee, may a fountain of living mention of thee, whereby I may mention of thee, may mention of thee, may make my prayer, oh my mention of thee, may make my prayer, oh my mention of thee in every world of thy world, in every world of thy world.
This is WXOJLP Northampton, 103.3 FM, your Valley Free Radio station, streaming at www.valleyfreeradio.org.